Chapter 81. 81 Dark Demon Boss, Burning Flame Heavenly Fire Beast. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 81 Dark Demon Boss, Burning Flame Heavenly Fire Beast. Chu-Bai was completely stunned on the spot. Its grade is strongest in the universe. What the hell? It was also a piece of equipment that could block all attacks. Chu-Bai had experienced this before. His god-slaying calamity, which was a few hundred meters away, could be blocked by this small frying pan. However, what did it mean by production incomplete? Also, what did it mean by attributes and skills were to be added? What the hell? This is amazing. Chu-Bai kept the frying pan in his spatial ring. He did not think too much about it and continued to walk forward. In the snow. The young girl was lying on the ground, rolling around. My frying pan. Boo-hoo. I'm miserable. Lil Dragon sat there with its head in its hands, looking very depressed. Then, it leaned over and nudged the young girl, saying, "Master, let's go home and buy a better frying pan." The young girl sniffled and sat up, her eyes red. But it took me more than a year to make this frying pan, and all the money I robbed was used to buy the magical stones to upgrade it. I can't bear to do it, boo-hoo. She sat there and wiped her tears. Well then. Lil Dragon walked around and said, "Let's go find that master and kneel down to beg for mercy." No. A man can't kneel before anyone else, the young girl said stubbornly. But, you're a girl. Huh. Oh, that's right. Her beautiful eyes lit up. Then, she wrinkled her nose. Humph. But I still don't want to do that. However, I can exchange it with him for something else. On the ground, there was a pile of equipment and items. He'll definitely trade with me for this many things, right? At the thought of this, the young girl immediately beamed with joy. She wiped her tears and stood up full of fighting spirit. But master, he's so rich. He shouldn't be lacking in these treasures, right? Lil Dragon blinked and asked. The young girl stopped in her tracks. Boo-hoo, he doesn't lack treasures. Wah, then, she looked up at the sky and started crying. This must be the volcano from the America Nation's mission. Chu-Bai raised his head and looked at the volcano that was emitting thick smoke. Then, Chu-Bai ran up the volcano. The volcano was not very high, so Chu-Bai arrived at the top very quickly. It had already erupted, and the lava had solidified. The space above was quite large. It was a rather large platform, and if he continued to walk forward, he would reach the volcano. He walked to the mouth of the volcano. It was all thick smoke, and nothing could be seen. Whoosh! At this moment, a figure suddenly jumped out of the crater. After it came out, its gaze was fixed on Chu-Bai. It was a huge tiger that was burning with flames. Burning Flame Heavenly Fire Beast. Grade. Dark Demon Boss. Level. 25, HP, 800,000. The Beast King of the Ice and Fire Plains. All the beasts in the ice and fire plains obey its commands. It was originally an ordinary beast king, but after staying here for a long time, it has become extremely powerful with the help of the scorching power of the magma. Its fire-type power is extremely strong. Fire Claw. Charges at a target with its claws, dealing massive damage. The range is much larger than expected. Cooldown time. 20 seconds. Burning Sun Burning Sky Flame. Instantly creates a sea of fire with a range of 50 meters, lasting 20 seconds. Deals damage and 100% burn damage to enemies within the area. Cooldown time. 3 minutes. Infinite killing intent. Locks onto a target, rendering them unable to resist or dodge. Damage is dealt forcefully. Cooldown time. 1 minute. Beast King's Intimidation. Releases the furious roar of a beast king, intimidating all beasts. All targets within 20 meters will be stunned for 2 seconds. Cooldown time: 5 minutes. I didn't expect my mission to clash with the America Nation's mission. Looking at the boss introduction, Chu Bai muttered to himself. It was a very powerful dark demon boss. It was not any weaker than Gluttony. In particular, his ultimate skill was actually an area effect stun. Unfortunately, these fatal skills were completely useless against Chu Bai. Lil Shuer. With a flash of light, Lil Shuer landed beside Chu Bai. Holy moment. Woo-woo, Lil Shuer called out, and then directly increased Chu Bai's strength. This monster would definitely not be as difficult to deal with as Gluttony. Of course, he still had to be careful. Roar. The burning flame heavenly fire beast roared and stepped with its front claws. With its body as the center, a sea of fire instantly formed. F***CK. Are you that decisive? .500, .500. Chu Bai could only cower. He and Lil Shuer's HP were dropping continuously. He would die in 6 seconds. Whoosh. The two of them braved the damage from the sea of fire and rushed out. After he left, Chu Bai had already lost 2000 HP. Plus 1260, plus 252. Lil Shuer's heavenly healing and light of the Holy Spirit were released at the same time, and his HP bar directly rose. The burning flame heavenly fire beast also rushed out. Lil Shuer, Holy Light Glint. Holy Light Glint. Lil Shuer's exclusive skill. Releases the power of Holy Light to stun the target. Effect. With the user as the center, all enemy units within 20 meters will be stunned for 2 seconds, regardless of level and grade. Mana consumption: 3000, cooldown time: 5 minutes. A dazzling golden light flickered, and the burning flame heavenly fire beast that had pounced toward Chu Bai was immediately stunned, then fell to the ground. Chu Bai rushed forward. 1, 340, 2, 680, 1, 340. Just as it was about to recover. Triple flame slash. 1, 340, 1, 340. 2680, just as it recovered from the dizzy effect, the burning flame heavenly fire beast was hit by the third part of triple flame slash. Blade waltz. With holy moment, Chu Bai naturally had to use all the explosive power he could during this period. 1, 340, 2, 680. After landing. Ruling strike. 1, 340. The burning flame heavenly fire beast was stunned for another 2 seconds. At the same time, Lil Shuer also rushed over and cast a Holy Light Shining Strike at it. Holy Light Shining Strike. Lil Shuer's exclusive skill. Gathers the power of Holy Light in her body and attacks the target instantly. Effect. Deals 2 times magic attack power damage to the target. During this period, the target is in an invincible state. Mana consumption: 200, cooldown time: 30 seconds. With 3600 magic attack power, excluding its defense, this move had dealt 6951 damage to the burning flame heavenly fire beast. In just a few seconds, the two of them had dealt the burning flame heavenly fire beast nearly 30,000 damage. Lil Shuer, retreat. After the attack, they naturally got to the home of the burning flame heavenly fire beast. Roar. It roared. 1, 301. A huge damage value appeared above Chu Bai's head. Infinite killing intent. It could forcefully cause damage to an enemy without even moving. However, this damage should not be able to instantly kill any players who had already completed their second-class transition. Now, players who had completed their second-class transition should have a base HP of 1300. With the addition of their equipment, it was normal for them to have nearly 2000 HP. However, it was almost there. Roar. Then, the burning flame heavenly fire beast roared. It was the Beast King's intimidation. Ding. You're immune to the dizzy effect. Ding. You've received the ultimate skill, Beast King's intimidation. Chu Bai's lips curled up. I was waiting to use this. Beast King's intimidation. Roar. Chu Bai also let out a powerful roar from his throat. Chapter 82. 82 America Nation's Best Friend. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. 82 America Nation's Best Friend. The burning flame heavenly fire beast was stunned by Chu Bai. Then, Chu Bai walked over unhurriedly. After he walked over, the dizzy effect disappeared and Chu Bai used Beast King's intimidation again. It was stunned again. So, how was he going to fight this burning flame heavenly fire beast? Chu Bai just stood there, stabbing him back and forth with his sword. The stun effect immediately ended, and he released another one. Lil Shuer walked over and happily pulled the monster with her claws. Ding. You've killed the burning flame heavenly fire beast. Ding. You've leveled up to level 22, HP plus 10, mana plus 10, and obtained 5 attribute points that can be freely allocated. Ding. Lil Shuer has leveled up to level 22, HP plus 100, mana plus 1000, magic attack power plus 100. The powerful Beast King of the Ice and Fire Plains was killed just like that. Chu Bai then knelt down and picked up the equipment that had been dropped. 1 dark demon weapon and 2 gold weapons. This drop rate was quite ridiculous. His luck was really awesome. Beast King's Skyfire Sword. Grade. Dark Demon. Usage requirements. It has not been appraised and can't be used. Beast King's Heavenly Fire Shield. Grade. Gold. Usage requirements. It has not been appraised and can't be used. Beast King's Skyfire Pants. Grade. Gold. Usage requirements. It has not been appraised and can't be used. Chu Bai threw all of them into his spatial ring. A skill book. Chu Bai quickly picked it up. Infinite Killing Intent Skill Book. After use, one can obtain the skill, Infinite Killing Intent. Chu Bai's eyes lit up. This skill was really powerful. He did not expect it to be dropped. Crush. He immediately used it. Ding. You've obtained the skill Infinite Killing Intent. Infinite Killing Intent. Locks onto a target within sight and instantly deals 2 times attack power damage. Cooldown time. 1 minute. Therefore, the legend that looks could kill was true. With a 1-minute cooldown, reducing it by half was 30 seconds. It was good. Ha. Another token. Chu Bai looked at the token and picked it up. It's another guild building order. He could not help but laugh. The players outside were frantically looking for guild building orders. The members of the guilds were frantically looking for gold-ranked bosses in an attempt to get them. They all wanted to be the first to establish a guild. However, Chu Bai already had 2. It seems that I should also start my own guild, Chu Bai muttered to himself. Ding. You've completed the mission for America Nation. Mission reward. Reputation plus 50,000. Ding. As you have completed a special mission for American Nation, you have received the title America Nation's Best Friend. Chu Bai was speechless. America Nation's Best Friend. Title of America Nation's Best Friend. As you have completed a mission for America Nation in a friendly manner, you have become a good friend of America Nation. With this title, you can enter and exit America Nation's territories and city-states at will. Chu Bai was speechless. Chu Bai was dumbfounded at first, but then he revealed an evil smile. The system was obviously worse than him. At this time, a system notification came. Ding. All players, please take note. Hua Nation Battlezone player Bai Yi has completed the America Nation exclusive mission. All America Nation players' experience gain is reduced by 10% for 2 days. Everyone was speechless. Ha 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 ha. F***CK God by Yi has completed the mission for America Nation, ha 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 ha. All America Nation's players' experience gain will be reduced by 10% for 2 days. It's so funny. America Nation, Sakura Nation, and Sunmata Nation have the worst attitudes toward our country. They deserve it. I could only say that Bai Yi is awesome. I love you, God Bai Yi. They're so angry. They're definitely very angry. Ha 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 ha. The expert from America Nation, Arcel, led a group of America Nation players to the ice and fire plains to besiege Bai Yi. Guess what happened? They didn't meet God Bai Yi and were all killed by a Hua Nation female player with a frying pan, ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I was there too. I was F***ked by her too. I couldn't beat her, so I just hit her directly on the head. I almost had to give her my novice underwear. I gave her everything. What? You're asking me why I'm crying. The wind is blowing, but I'm not sad at all. America Nation was speechless. What the? Our country and Bai Yi are irreconcilable. How detestable. Hasn't anyone killed him yet? He's too arrogant. After defeating the people from the top guilds in China, he defeated the Black Dragon Gang. After defeating the Black Dragon Gang, he defeated America Nation. Is no one going to teach him a lesson? F***CK Bai Yi. F***CK all of them. Have all of the people in America Nation died? They're already bullying us, so why don't we do something? If I wasn't in the God's race, I would have killed him long ago. The players of America Nation were devastated. All experience gained would be reduced by 10% in 2 days, which would cause their country level to fall behind others. What's going on, Arcel? Didn't you go to attack Bai Yi? How did you get killed by Bai Yi? You had dozens of people, dozens of talents, and good equipment. You're one of the top 100 masters in our country, and you were killed without a word. In front of Arcel, a dignified golden-haired man asked with a frown. Guild leader, I didn't see Bai Yi. We were beaten to death by a Hua Nation player with a frying pan. What? You're truly trash. Gather all the members of Pantheon and find Bai Yi. Right now, Bai Yi is the public enemy of our nation. Whoever kills him will be respected by the players in the country, and it'll be very beneficial for the members of the guild. Yes. On the other side, Chu Bai and Lil Shuer continued to farm creatures nearby. A single dark demon boss had already raised him to level 22. He was truly helpless. Ding. Player Shallow Shadow River Moon has requested to speak with you. Do you accept? I accept. Then, Jiang Qinyue's pure and mature voice rang out from the communicator. Chu Bai, am I disturbing you? No, Chu Bai asked. Sister Qianyue, what's the matter? It's nothing. Fan Fan asked me to tell you that she's waiting for you at the mission point in Liuzhou City. She wants to meet you in .game and add you as a friend. When are you going there? I'll let her know. Now, Chu Bai replied. He had been out for 3 hours and was quite tired. He should go back and submit the City Lord's mission first. Good. Then I'll hang up first. Alright, Sister Qianyue. I have some equipment here. A dark demon.grade sword, a gold.grade dagger, and so on. Do you want them? The other end was silent for a moment. He was giving away dark demon.grade equipment. Was this not too exaggerated? I want them. I'll be near Liuzhou City tomorrow. Why don't I give them to you when I go offline? Jiang Qianyue said, there's no need for that. I'm looking for Fan Fan, Qingyu, and Brother Shan anyway. Let's meet up at Liuzhou City. Alright, he said. Chu Bai hung up and looked at Lil Shuer. Lil Shuer, are you hungry? I'll bring you to eat something good when we get back. Woo woo, Lil Schwer happily jumped onto Chu Bai's neck and started licking it. At Liuzhou City's mission board, Lu Yufan was standing there in a blue dress. To be honest, she was very beautiful. She looked like a young girl, and she attracted the attention of many players as she stood there. Chapter 83. 83 The powerful Lu Yufan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 83 The powerful Lu Yufan. Lu Yufan leaned against a wooden pillar, her beautiful big eyes looking around. She occasionally tried tiptoeing to try to look further. Of course, she was waiting to see if Chu Bai would come. Although they knew each other in real life, meeting in game felt different. She was feeling excitement, anticipation, and a little nervousness. One had to know that he was Bai Yi. He was currently the most powerful player in the entire history of Fate. At the very least, he was currently the most powerful. He had fought against 100 enemies and achieved the first kill of various bosses. He had practically monopolized all the system announcements around the world. Chu Bai walked over. He was still a dozen meters away from Lu Yufan, and he recognized her at a glance. Although she was not very old, her looks were indeed outstanding. She had a good figure and good looks, especially her legs, which were fair, flawless, long, and straight. Just as he was about to say hello, he saw two players approach Lu Yufan with a smile. Hey, pretty lady. Are you alone? Big Orange Ba looked at Lu Yufan with a smile, then sized her up without hiding anything. The people behind stared at Lu Yufan's legs and could not help but swallow. This kind of gaze and lecherous action made Lu Yufan very displeased. However, the game's protective mechanism for women was only limited to physical contact. Are you blind? If I'm not a person, then am I a thing? Lu Yufan said without any trace of politeness. Big Orange Ba and Big Lucky Shot looked at each other and laughed. Yo, she's quite fierce, ha ha ha. Pretty lady, let's add each other as friends. I'm already at level 13. I'll bring you to level up, Big Orange Ba said with a smile. Get lost. Lu Yufan said unhappily. Beauty, put away your laughable aloofness. My friend and I will bring you around with us. Isn't it nice to follow us to level up? You'll have a powerful assassin and a powerful swordsman to guide you. We'll also give you good equipment, so you don't need to be so reserved. Then, he sent Lu Yufan a party invitation. Ding! Player Big Orange Ba has invited you to join his team. Do you accept? I refuse. Lu Yufan refused without hesitation. Oh, you're still so reserved. Alright, my tone was indeed bad just now. Pretty lady, join my team, will ya? Lu Yufan glanced at him and said, have you never seen a woman before? Do you shamelessly stick to any girl you see? How useless. Have you never even held a girl's hand before? You're a yes-man in reality, but a big shot in the game. Does your mother know what you're like outside? It's just sad. Some of the players nearby could not help but laugh when they heard this, especially some female players. Chu Bai, who was not far away, smiled when he heard this. Lu Yufan was quite cute. Big Orange Ba's face darkened when he heard the mockery from the side. You really don't know how to appreciate it even when I'm being kind. Do you think I like talking to you? You don't have any breasts or butt. Let's go. He turned around and prepared to leave. When Lu Yufan heard this, she looked down at her chest and was instantly enraged. How dare you say that I don't have breasts? She extended her hand and took out her staff. Yo, are you in a hurry? You still want to fight? Ha 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 ha. Don't you know whether you have breasts or not? What do you think, brother Jizhe? Big Lucky Shot laughed and said, she's completely flat, ha ha ha. Lu Yufan gritted her teeth. Water ball spell. Then, she cast a water ball spell on Big Orange Ba. Big Orange Ba dodged the water ball nimbly. You really dare to attack me? I've been polite enough. Splitting a mountain. He took out his weapon and jumped toward Lu Yufan. Chu Bai rushed over when he saw this. However, he quickly stopped. Waterfall. A waterfall appeared in front of Lu Yufan, and when the man's sword hit the waterfall, all the power dissipated, and the sword was blocked. Water prison confinement. As soon as Big Orange Ba landed on the ground, he was sealed in a water prison. He, do you think this is useful on me? He laughed in disdain. Lu Yufan's face was full of anger. Elven water gun. After that, she did not even have time to chant and release a skill. A beautiful elf made of water appeared in the air in front of him. The elf raised her hand, and the water in her hand condensed into a water gun, which she used to shoot at him. Tisk, do you think you can kill me in seconds? Point 2:619. Before he could finish his sentence, a huge damage value appeared above his head, and his health bar was instantly emptied. Everyone was speechless. Chu Bai was speechless. F***CK. What the F***CK? Is this the damage of a water mage? Isn't this too ridiculous? Water mages have the lowest damage out of all mages with attributes. Even a water mage with a hidden class has extremely low damage. Just by using crowd control and healing, is this the damage a water mage can do in the early stages? I'm dumbfounded. No, I don't think this skill is something that an ordinary water-type mage can use. Does this girl have a hidden class? Did you guys notice? She doesn't have any casting skills, yet she can cast them instantly. I'm laughing. He even invited this girl to join his team and said he would help her level up. In the end, he was killed instantly, ha. What a loser. This lady is #1 in the world. This ID looks a little familiar. Damn. The player who's ranked second on the hidden class leaderboard. She's a big shot. Lu Yufan pouted and wrinkled her nose. She snorted and said, you shouldn't have said I had small breasts. Chu Bai was also secretly shocked. Was Lu Yufan that fierce? Not to mention water mages, even lightning mages with the highest attack power could not deal such high damage at this stage. Even if Chu Bai used his skills, he would not be able to deal such high damage without any enhancements. However, a swordsman's and a mage's skill damage could not be compared. At this moment, Big Lucky Shot was completely stunned. Gulp. He swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Get lost. Do you want me to kill you in seconds? Lu Yufan waved her fist at the person and said viciously. Big Lucky Shot was obviously struggling with the humiliation. After thinking for a moment, it was ridiculous for an assassin to be afraid of a mage. Assassins were the best counter to this class. Moreover, she had already used all her powerful skills, so she probably could not do anything else. I'm going to kill you. After saying that, a dagger appeared in his hand. Seal throat. He flashed in front of Lu Yufan at an extremely fast speed. Lu Yufan was shocked. She had thought that this person would run away. I'm done for. When an assassin got close to a mage, it was basically a death sentence. At this moment, a figure rushed over .680. A third of Big Lucky Shot's health bar had been cleared. Everyone looked over in shock. F***CK. It's the great god Bai Yi. Chapter 84. 84 Hidden Class, Water Sprite. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 84 Hidden Class, Water Sprite. Lu Yufan's mouth was slightly agape as she looked at Chu Bai with her beautiful eyes. She then revealed an excited and happy expression. Chu. God Bai Yi. She was about to call Chu Bai, but she suddenly realized something and immediately changed her words. Chu Bai's ruling strike stunned his opponent to the spot. Then, he killed the player with 2 slashes. Whoa. He's so cool. Lu Yufan's beautiful eyes twinkled like stars. She couldn't help but open her arms and hug Chu Bai. F***ck. Could she be God Bai Ye's girlfriend? It's possible. They're hugging each other, but they should only be an in-game couple. I don't think they've met in real life. Didn't you hear that this girl also called him God Bai Ye just now? I'm so envious. As expected, there's no shortage of girls with abilities. I have a friend who's also very envious. Ding. Since this lady is number one in the world, was the one who initiated contact with you, there'll be no punishment for this contact. I'm fine, Chu Bai coughed and said. Lu Yufan also realized something and quickly got out of Chu Bai's arms, her face blushing. They were the ones who provoked me first, Lu Yufan pouted and said in a low voice. Yes, I saw it, Chu Bai said. Lu Yufan looked at Chu Bai, feeling wronged. They said my chest is small. Chu Bai said, you fought well. Hee, right. Lu Yufan then broke into a smile. Then, she thought of something and said in a low voice, actually, it isn't small. Ah. Is that so? Lu Yufan looked at Chu Bai. Chu Bai quickly replied, yeah. It's not small. Hee, of course. Lu Yufan then walked around Chu Bai and tugged at Chu Bai's cloak. Oh my, it's quite cool. What a good-looking cloak. Did you buy it to act cool? Lu Yufan asked with a smile. It's a piece of equipment, Chu Bai said. Ha! Why did the game drop equipment like capes so early on? I don't believe you. Chu Bai then shared the attributes with Lu Yufan. A divine emperor equipment. Lu Yufan opened her mouth. It was too amazing. This was only the early stage of the game. Ding! This lady is number one in the world, has requested to add you as a friend. Do you accept? I agree. Hee. After he added her as a friend, Lu Yufan laughed happily. You're only at level 10, so how did you manage to deal such high damage? Chu Bai asked out of curiosity. I have a hidden class, Lu Yufan blinked her eyes and said mysteriously. Is that so? Chu Bai took a look at the hidden class rankings. Hidden class rankings. First place, hidden class. Carols of the Soul. Owner. Little Cutie. Second place, hidden class. Water Sprite. Owner. This lady is number one in the world. Third place, hidden class. Death God. Owner. Hiding. The rankings for hidden classes were already full. It was normal. After leaving the village, with so many players, so many cities, and so many experts in the 5 continents, it was normal for the lucky players to quickly fill up the rankings. However, most of them were ordinary hidden classes. The hidden class in third place was the Death God. It should be a very powerful class. The rest of the classes should be normal hidden classes. However, Lu Yufan and Little Cutie's hidden classes did not seem that ordinary just by looking at the names. That was the truth. Their hidden classes were actually ranked above the Death God. Water Sprite. The highest class of water elves. The highest level that can be reached is Holy Water Prayer. As elves from the god race, water sprites have an exaggerated affinity and control of the water element. They're the only existence that can exert the greatest power of the water element. Water can carry a boat and can also capsize a boat. The power of water is far more powerful than imagined. Passive skill, Water Language. Instant cast without chanting. Kiss of Water. All water attribute skills damage increased by 100%. Water Spirit. Immune to water-type attacks, and fire-type attacks reduced by 90%. Water Barrier. No damage received. A shield worth 1000 damage is refreshed every hour. After the shield is broken, it'll deal 10,000 fixed damage to all enemies within 10 meters. Attributes: Luck plus 10, Comprehension plus 10, Charm plus 10, Spirit plus 300, HP plus 2000, Mana plus 20,000, Magic Attack Power plus 100. Chu Bai could not see the active skills. However, just these few passive skills were already extremely exaggerated. A mage's greatest weakness was not that they were afraid of close-range attacks, but that they had to chant for their skills. When a mage did not need to chant for their skills, their combat power would still be superior even if they were in close range. Unless they were hit, they would be able to use their skills easily. Don't you have water barrier? The assassin just now broke your shield and died, didn't he? Chu Bai said. I've forgotten. Lu Yufan stuck out her pink tongue in embarrassment. Chu Bai nodded. Well, let's go back to the city to eat something first. I'll hand in a mission while I'm there. All right. Then, the two of them walked into the city. How did you get this class? Chu Bai asked. When I left the novice village, I didn't go to the square of the city. Instead, I landed on a special map. There, I met a super beautiful water sprite. She gave me the hidden class, Lu Yufan said. This was up to chance. Chu Bai could not force it. Oh right, Chu Bai, why didn't you change your class? Lu Yufan asked curiously. I also want to, but I can't. Chu Bai shrugged his shoulders helplessly. Huh. How did this happen? The class-changing master said that I'm too strong and that ordinary classes aren't worthy of me, Chu Bai said honestly. Pfft, Lu Yufan laughed. How narcissistic. It's true, Chu Bai said. Alright, I believe you, Lu Yufan said with a smile. She seemed very happy to see Chu Bai. I'll go to the city lord's mansion first, Chu Bai said. Okay. Then, Chu Bai brought Lu Yufan to the city lord's mansion. Lu Yufan waited at the entrance of the mansion. The city lord had just walked out. When he saw Chu Bai, he laughed and opened his arms to hug him. Ha ha ha. Young hero Bai Yi. My servants have already told me about what happened at the ice and fire plains. A large number of beasts have already run away from the ice and fire plains, and the root cause is you killing the Beast King, right? Chu Bai nodded. That's great. Take these, they're your promised rewards. Ding. You've obtained the gold weapon, Golden Flame Sword. Ding. You've obtained silver equipment, silver armor, silver battle axe. Advanced HP Potion X10, Advanced Mana Potion X10. These pieces of level 20 equipment might be very valuable to others, but to Chu Bai, it was a huge sum of money. Many thanks, City Lord. The City Lord smiled and waved his hand. It's nothing. You deserve it. However, young hero Bai Yi, I'm facing another problem. You're strong enough, so I want to ask you for help. Chapter 85. 85.9. Story Demon Tower. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 85.9. Story Demon Tower. Chu Bai's eyes lit up when he heard the city lord's words. Was another mission coming his way? Chu Bai then said, I'll listen to what you have to say first. The city lord nodded and then said, in the northwest of Liuzhou City, near the demon race, there's a demonic land. There's a tower there that's called the 9-story Demon Tower. It should have been created by an expert 10,000 years ago. A large number of demons are sealed inside. It's rumored that an ominous object is sealed inside as well. Because the records are from too long ago, they aren't clear. It seems that the object is an existence that has once greatly harmed the continent. But in recent years, the seal has loosened, and many demons have escaped. Some of them have even come to our human race and endangered the safety of the people. The demonic chi there is too thick. Not only me, but some masters from the continent have also come here to deal with the monsters inside, but the demonic chi is too strong and they can't get close. You adventurers from the other world are immune to the demonic chi inside. Chu Bai nodded. So, I want to invite you to enter the 9-story demon tower to see what the situation is like inside. However, you need at least 3 people to enter. If you can successfully complete this mission, I'll give you a treasure that you'll definitely like. Ding! You have triggered the hidden mission, 9-story demon tower. Mission reward. Mysterious treasure. Mission time limit. 3 days. Mission limitation. 3 players required. Mission penalty. None. Do you accept? Of course, no problem, Chu Bai replied. Ding. You've accepted the mission. Good. You take this. Since I'm asking you to go there, I'll definitely have to ensure your safety. He handed Chu Bai a total of 4 talismans. Ding. You've obtained fixed point teleportation talismans. Fixed point teleportation talisman. Place one of them in a location to mark and then use the other to instantly appear at the marked place. Usage. 1. These are talismans made by the 9 Swords sect. You can place one outside the 9-story demon tower, and the other 3 can be used by you and your 2 teammates. If you encounter danger, you can instantly leave. At least it can guarantee your safety. Many thanks, City Lord. It's fine. I only dare to assign this task to you because you're the son of destiny. Be careful. The City Lord patted Chu Bai's shoulder. Yes. Then, Chu Bai walked out. Lu Yufan saw Chu Bai coming out and immediately went up to him. Chu Bai, what's the reward? Chu Bai said, level 20 gold and silver equipment. They're not of much use. Lu Yufan was speechless. Wow, was this how a big shot acted? Let's go. I'm going to appraise a few pieces of equipment and then eat something, Chu Bai said. Alright. The 2 of them went to Mr. Sun's appraisal shop. When he saw who it was, shop owner Sun's mouth twitched. Hey, where's the 30% discount sign? Chu Bai asked with a smile. Shop owner Sun was speechless. The corners of his mouth twitched again. The event is over. Then, he glanced at Lu Yufan, who was looking around the store. The aura of an elf, Mr. Sun muttered to himself and looked at Chu Bai. If you have any equipment for appraisal, take it out. Chu Bai then passed a few pieces of equipment to him. They were all dropped by the burning flame heavenly fire beast. The equipment that the City Lord gave him had already been appraised. You're really something. I haven't seen you in a while and you've brought over another dark demon weapon. Mr. Sun took the Beast King's Skyfire sword. Are there no other events? Chu Bai asked. The discount event is still going on. You're the son of destiny, so I'll give you another 50% discount. You can go and play the lottery. Chu Bai then walked over. Why did he call you the son of destiny? Lu Yufan asked curiously. Chu Bai randomly picked a lot and said, because I passed the abyss. Difficulty trial. So that's how it is. Lu Yufan came to a realization. Then, Chu Bai handed the piece of paper to Mr. Sunday. 10% off. Cough, cough, Bedo Darem shop owner's son immediately started coughing. His eyes widened as he looked at the folded piece of paper Chu Bai was holding. His beard was standing on end. Another 10% discount. There was only one 10% discount out of thousands of them, and he got it twice in a row. Take it away. With a flash of black light, Mr. Sun threw the Beast King's Skyfire sword to Chu Bai. Beast King's Skyfire sword. Grade. Dark Demon, usage level 15. Usage requirements. Swordsman. A sword that gathers fire energy. Extremely sharp and powerful. Attributes. Strength plus 50, attack plus 100, critical chance plus 10%. All attacks ignore 20% of the target's defense. All attacks have a 5% chance to inflict a 5-second burn effect. Will of Fire. After activation, all attacks in the next 10 seconds will have a fixed damage of 300 points. Cooldown time. 5 minutes. Heavenly Flame Slash. After activation, attacks will become long-range attacks for the next 20 seconds, releasing a flaming sword aura up to 10 meters. There is a 100% chance of inflicting a 5-second burn on the target. Cooldown time. 5 minutes. It was a very powerful sword. As a level .15 Dark Demon weapon, its attack power was increased by 200 points, including strength. The skills were also quite exaggerated, and there were even skills that could turn melee into ranged. It's so powerful. Lu Yufan exclaimed in surprise when she saw the attributes. Go and ask Sister Qianyue if she wants it. If she wants it, I'll keep it for her, Chu Bai said. Alright, she said. Lu Yufan then hid at the side and started chatting with Jiang Qianyue. There's no problem with these two. Mr. Sun passed the equipment to Chu Bai in a bad mood. Beast King Skyfire Pants. Grade. Gold. Usage level. 20, usage requirement. Swordsman. Attributes. HP plus 500, defense plus 50, lower body damage reduced by 20%, fire attributes damage reduced by 50%. Pants usually did not have any skills. The attributes of this pair were indeed better. Then, Chu Bai replaced the equipment with the level 5 silver equipment, the Wolf King armor. Character. Bai Yi. Level. 22, Title. Son of Destiny, America Nation's best friend. Hunger. 61, Reputation. 611,000, Luck. Max, Charm. 35, Comprehension. 35, 4 main attributes, Physique. 80, Spirit. 110, Strength. 225, Agility. 80, HP, 2830. Mana. 1310, ATK. 680, Magic Attack. 220, Defense. 316, Movement Speed. 424, Critical Chance. 0, his HP was almost over 3000, and his defense was over 300. As for the other Beast King's Heavenly Fire Shield, Chu Bai was too lazy to look at its attributes. Sister Qianyue wants it. She's willing to pay 3 million, Lu Yufan said as she leaned over. Chu Bai did not intend to take her money, because Chu Bai wanted to establish a guild. Lu Yufan, Yu Qingyu, Jiang Qianyue, and Playboy were all people Chu Bai wanted to invite. The three of them were worthy of Chu Bai's invitation just based on their talents. However, he did not have much money left. He had spent 3 million to make the system announcement, so he only had 1 million on him. If he played games with only 1 million, he would not even be able to afford a prop he liked. He would just take the money then. Alright, he said. Hee, Mr. Sun, how much is it? Chu Bai asked. It's 12 gold coins. You got a total of 60% off, so it's 6 silver coins in total. Shop owner's son was about to break down. Chu Bai handed over a gold coin. No need for change. Shop owner's son was speechless. F***CK. As if I need a gold coin from you. Chapter 86. 86 Lil Dragon is smart. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 86 Lil Dragon is smart. After leaving Mr. Sun's appraisal shop, Chu Bai and Lu Yufan walked around Liuzhou City. When will Sister Qianyue and Qingyu come over? Chu Bai asked. They'll be here tomorrow. Sister Qianyue wants to come to our Hua Nation City. State after arriving. It's not too far from here. What for? Chu Bai asked. That place is filled with Hua Nation players. There are a lot of people there. It's convenient, and it's also suitable for business development. The key is that Sister Qianyue wants our studio's base camp to be there. Chu Bai nodded. Indeed, it was very convenient to go to the city-state in the battle zone of one's own country. Alright, let's gather and go together then. Chu Bai nodded. Ha! You're going too? Lu Yufan asked, blinking her big eyes. Yeah, I'm going to create a guild. The base of the players' guilds had to be in the territory of the corresponding city-state. Whoa! If you create a guild, then lots of people will want to join. With your fame and the matter between you and that I am God person from Sakura Nation, you've left a good impression in the eyes of the Hua Nation players, but you need a guild building token. That's a small problem. Let's go and eat something. The two of them went to an inn. Waiter, any signature dish will do, Chu Bai said. Good sir, please wait a moment. Lu Yufan rested her chin on her hand and looked at Chu Bai with her big beautiful eyes. Chu Bai, you must be an old player, right? I feel like you're very familiar with everything. Chu Bai nodded. He could not say that he was Bai Feng yet, not to anyone. Even if he made the matter public, with Feng Ling's influence, he had 10,000 ways to make everyone think the news was false. Moreover, Chu Bai wanted to tell the world about this after he had completely destroyed Feng Ling. Master, master. Look, isn't that the expert who beat us up and stole your frying pan? In the corner of the inn, Lil Dragon's face was covered in oil. It raised its head and said excitedly upon seeing Chu Bai. The young girl turned her head to look. She immediately pouted. It was as if she was thinking of the sad past. It's him. Then, she realized something and looked at Lil Dragon. What do you mean by he beat us up? I wasn't beaten up by him. You need to choose your words wisely. Lil Dragon blinked its big eyes that were full of spirit and said, Master, look, isn't that the expert who tortured us? The young girl staggered and almost fell on the stool. Lil Dragon pouted its little mouth, feeling wronged. Did I say something wrong again? The young girl stared at Chu Bai and mumbled, I have to get my little frying pan back. Lil Dragon said excitedly, Master, master, let's go and kneel and beg for mercy. He'll definitely be magnanimous and not hold it against us. Her big eyes were filled with seriousness. The young girl was also carefully considering what the little dragon had said. No, no, no. Then, her little head swayed back and forth like a rattledrum. No, no, that's too embarrassing. I'll be left with no dignity. But, we don't have dignity. Lil Dragon lay on the table with a soft appearance. The young girl blinked. Oh, right. Then, she lay down and looked at the little dragon on the table. The girl and the dragon were discussing something in serious and nervous voices. Master, master, we must not run over and kneel in front of the expert. Otherwise, we might scare him. If we scare him, he'll be unhappy and may not give the little frying pan back to you, Lil Dragon said seriously. Really? The young girl blinked her eyes and asked. Yes, yes. Lil Dragon's little head is very smart. Master, you must listen to Lil Dragon. Yup, yup. Lil Dragon's little head is smarter than mine. I'll listen to you. The young girl nodded repeatedly. Then, what do you think I should do, Lil Dragon? She asked seriously. Lil Dragon tilted his head and thought for a while. Suddenly, his big eyes lit up as he hurriedly said, Master, don't boys like it when girls call them Daddy? Master, you and I should call the expert Daddy and then kneel down and apologize to him. This way, the expert will at least be mentally prepared when he hears us call out to him. He won't be scared when we kneel down. Call him Daddy. The young girl raised her head and blinked her eyes, clearly in deep thought. Then, Her big eyes lit up as well. She looked at Lil Dragon with some admiration and said, "Lil Dragon, you're so smart. You even know that boys like to be called daddy by girls. You're so amazing." Lil Dragon stood up with its chest puffed out and its head raised, looking very proud. Of course, Lil Dragon's little head is very smart. But why do boys like to be called daddy? The girl asked, blinking her eyes. Lil Dragon shook his head and said, "I don't know, but I've seen it on TV. We'll just do it your way." The girl stood up, clenched her fists, and cheered herself on before walking over. "Lil Schwer, come out." Whoosh! With a flash of light, Lil Schwer was standing on the table. "Wow! It's so cute. Lil Schwer." When Lu Yufan saw Lil Schwer, her big eyes sparkled with countless little stars. "It's so cute." The young girl who was walking over also had stars in her eyes. Chu Bai turned his head and took a look in the direction of the voice. Then, a small figure came to the side of the table and moved its face in front of Lil Schwer. How cute! Lil Schwer was shocked by the sudden appearance of this figure. Master, Lil Dragon is also very cute." "Master, you're not allowed to like others." Lil Dragon, who was on the girl's shoulder, said hurriedly. "It's so cute." It was as if she did not hear Lil Dragon's words. She squatted on the ground and looked at Lil Schwer with her hands on the table. Chu Bai looked at her. Was this not the player with the frying pan? "Master, you can't. You can't like other pets. You have to like Lil Dragon." Lil Dragon hugged the young girl's neck and quickly said, "May I ask who you are?" Lu Yufan looked at her and asked. At this moment, the little girl finally reacted. "Ah. Oh." Then, she quickly looked at Chu Bai. "Daddy." Chu Bai was speechless. "Daddy, Daddy." Lil Dragon also hurriedly called out when it hurt her. "Daddy, Daddy." Plop. Then, the little girl knelt and clutched Chu Bai's legs with both hands. Chu Bai was speechless. Lu Yufan was speechless. Chapter 87. 87 The simple, minded combination of a girl and a dragon. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 87 The simple, minded combination of a girl and a dragon. Chu Bai and Lu Yufan were both dumbfounded. What the hell? Chu Bai was dumbfounded. Why were they calling him daddy for no reason? They even knelt down. What Lu Yufan was confused about was, did Chu Bai already have a daughter this old? Why did his daughter kneel down in front of him? Also, what the hell was with that cute little blue dragon? Why did it call Chu Bai daddy as well? No, Chu Bai quickly stood up. What are you doing? He lowered his head and looked at the girl and dragon in front of him. Daddy, 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 I was wrong. Please give my little frying pan back to me. The young girl raised her head and looked at Chu Bai pitifully. Plop. Lil Dragon jumped down and knelt down in front of Chu Bai. Daddy, Daddy, please return the little frying pan to my master. Chu Bai was dumbfounded. It seemed that they did not know how serious it was to call someone daddy and kneel down to them. They made it seem like a very normal action. You guys get up first, Chu Bai said hurriedly. They had indeed fought before, but there was no need to do this. After all, she was a girl, and there was no deep hatred between them. Chu Bai would not do anything to her. Then, Daddy, will you return my little frying pan to me? The young girl asked expectantly. Here. She and Lil Dragon looked at each other. Yay. Then, Lil Dragon jumped up and high-fived her. Master, isn't Lil Dragon smart? Lil Dragon said proudly. Yes. Lil Dragon is very smart. He. Lil Dragon jumped onto the girl's shoulder. But Master was mesmerized by another pet just now. Lil Dragon looked at Lil Schwer. But she's really cute. The young girl also looked at Lil Schwer, her big eyes still twinkling with little stars. No. Lil Dragon is the cutest. After saying that, it jumped onto the table and faced Lil Schwer. Lil Dragon is the cutest. You're not as cute and pretty as Lil Dragon, it spoke to Lil Schwer in a childish voice. Woo-woo, Lil Schwer called out. She meant to say that, she was the cutest and prettiest. No, Lil Dragon is the cutest and prettiest. Woo-woo, Lil Dragon is. Woo-woo, Lil Schwer did not give in to the dragon at all. No. Lil Dragon is the cutest. The little dragon was so anxious that tears were about to fall. Lu Yufan went to Chu Bai's side. Chu Bai, why did she call you, Daddy? I also want to know that, Chu Bai said. Why did that little dragon call you that too? I want to know that too. When did you have a daughter? I have the same question. Chu Bai was really dumbfounded. No, I don't have any children, Chu Bai said hurriedly. I understand now. She's your girlfriend, right? You're so bad. How could you discipline your girlfriend so that she has to act like this when she sees you? Lu Yufan pouted. Chu Bai was speechless. I don't know her. Ding. Lil Schwer requests to release illusionary spirit transformation. Do you accept? A system notification appeared in Chu Bai's mind. I agree. Lil Dragon looked at Lil Schwer. Lil Dragon is the pretty one. You're not cute or pretty at all. Whoosh. At this moment, Lil Schwer released a white light, and then she turned into a very cute and beautiful little girl. She stood there in a purple dress. Whoa. She's so cute. The young girl could not help but let out another cry of surprise when she saw her. Lu Yufan also exclaimed in shock. Wow. Lil Schwer could even transform into a human. How cute, beautiful, and kawaii. Ha. They were done for. They could not take it anymore. The little dragon looked up at Lil Schwer, who had turned into a little girl. It then lowered its head and looked at itself. Lil Schwer is the cutest and prettiest. Lil Schwer looked at the dragon and said. I am. Master, tell her that Lil Dragon is the cutest and prettiest. Lil Dragon hurriedly looked at the young girl. However, the young girl had already rushed to Lil Schwer's side and was pacing around. She reached out her little hand and pinched Lil Schwer's little face. How soft and tender. Ah! Lil Dragon was speechless. Lil Dragon with its smart little brain ends up being the clown, Lil Dragon mumbled in grievance. Chu Bai's gaze finally looked at the young girl. She was very beautiful. Recently, he had been meeting very beautiful girls in the game. However, this girl was about the same age as Lu Yufan. With her cute oval face and delicate facial features, she really looked like a fairy who had fallen into the mortal world. He could not describe her beauty, but it was different from Lu Yufan's beauty. She carried a special feeling, but he did not know what it was. He just felt that she was different. Chu Bai had experienced this feeling from two people before. One was his girlfriend, Ling Longxue, and the other was Lil Schwer. They all seemed to be a little silly. Ha! Lil Dragon, why are you sitting on the table and drawing circles? The young girl suddenly noticed Lil Dragon's resentful look, blinked her eyes, and asked. Lil Dragon is just a smart little brat who has been wronged. The girl then picked up the little dragon. Don't be aggrieved. Here, let me give you hugs. Let's go offline and eat some good food, okay? Whoosh! Lil Dragon immediately turned its head, its big eyes shining. I'm going to eat a lot. Yes, eat a lot. Let's go. Whoosh! Then, they disappeared together. Chu Bai was speechless. They've left. Lu Yufan blinked her eyes in confusion. Chu Bai scratched his head. I don't understand either. Didn't she just ask you for something? At this moment. Whoosh! They appeared in front of Chu Bai again. I forgot. Daddy, give me my little frying pan. She extended her hand to Chu Bai. Can you stop calling me Daddy? Chu Bai said helplessly. Oh, but don't boys like girls calling them that? She blinked her eyes in confusion. Then, she looked at the little dragon on her shoulder and said, Lil Dragon, didn't you say that he would like it? Lil Dragon stretched out its little claws and scratched its head in confusion. Even Lil Dragon's smart little head can't understand. Chu Bai took out her frying pan. My frying pan. The girl's eyes sparkled as she reached out to grab it. Unfortunately, there were system restrictions, so she could not grab it. I can give it to you, but you have to promise me one thing. Yes, yes, yes. Go on, go on. Come with me for a mission, Chu Bai said. Ha! If you're so powerful, why do you still need me to accompany you? She blinked her eyes. Lil Dragon moved closer to the girl's ear and said, Master, maybe he thinks that you're also very powerful and he admires you. When she heard this, the young girl proudly puffed out her chest. No problem. Let's go. We'll set off now. Chu Bai patted Lu Yufan's shoulder. I'm going too. Lu Yufan pointed at herself. Yes, you're going too. That's great. The thought of being able to complete a mission with the great god Bai Yi made her very excited. However. Why did he have to bring this beautiful girl along? As expected, no man was a good person. My little frying pan. The young lady extended her hand to Chu Bai again. Chu Bai threw it to her. My frying pan. She rubbed the frying pan here and there, looking extremely excited. Let's go, he said. Then, Chu Bai led the two of them toward the 9-story demon tower. Chapter 88. 88 It's probably an occupational disease. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 88 It's probably an occupational disease. The mission of the 9-story demon tower required 3 people to enter. Chu Bai did not know who to look for the last person, so he decided to just choose her. Chu Bai was quite curious about this player. Ding! Player Mengyi and Lil Dragon has requested to add you as a friend. Do you accept? Chu Bai turned around and looked at the young girl behind him. She retracted her head and smiled at Chu Bai. I agree. After hearing Chu Bai's agreement, she secretly changed Chu Bai's ID to expert who doesn't like to be called daddy. At the side, Lil Dragon was already lying on Lil Schwer's shoulder. Lil Schwer, don't you think that Lil Dragon is the most beautiful girl you've ever seen? The little dragon asked. Of course, Lil Schwer is more beautiful, Lil Schwer said without hesitation as she walked forward. No, no. Lil Dragon said Lil Schwer is the most beautiful, so Lil Schwer must also say Lil Dragon is the most beautiful. Lil Dragon immediately looked very anxious. Then Lil Dragon is also the most beautiful as Lil Schwer said. He, that's more like it. However, Lil Dragon is a little prettier than Lil Schwer. Lil Schwer is prettier than Lil Dragon. No, Lil Dragon is a little more beautiful than Lil Schwer. The two children were talking to each other endlessly. Lil Dragon was a beautiful little blue dragon, and her voice was very cute and sweet. She would probably be a beautiful little girl in human form. Behind Chu Bai, Lu Yufan was chatting with the young girl. Mengyi, is Lil Dragon your pet? You're amazing. You've just left the novice village and you already have a pet. Her ID was Mengyi and Lil Dragon, and she had just learned from the chat that her name was Long Mengyi. To be honest, she was indeed an innocent girl who was not vigilant. She was even a little silly. Generally, no one would tell their real name in the game. Not a pet but a good friend. Lil Dragon has been with me for a few years. She's a very, very good friend and also a family member. She's Mengyi's only family member, Long Mengyi said. Ah. It's been a few years. Lu Yufan was stunned. Chu Bai, who had overheard their conversation, frowned. Yup. I met Lil Dragon in King's Descent and brought her to the world and then to fate, Long Mengyi nodded and said truthfully. It can't be. Lu Yufan was stunned. Some high-level equipment could be brought to other games, but Lil Dragon was a dragon. It was a life. Pets could not be brought over. Ha! Isn't it normal? I often watch TV and play games with Lil Dragon at home, Long Mengyi asked, blinking her big eyes. Lu Yufan shook her head. Chu Bai knew that she was not that simple. However, this news had indeed shocked him. Could the characters in the game be brought into reality? How did she do it? Then, Mengyi moved to Chu Bai's side and reached out to tug at Chu Bai's clothes. Dad, aren't you like this? Chu Bai's mouth twitched. Ah, I'm sorry. I meant, Brother Bai. She then quickly changed her words. Chu Bai glanced at her. Long Mengyi immediately felt that she had called him by the wrong name again. Uncle Bai, she asked tentatively. Chu Bai shook his head helplessly, then said, You're the only one who can call me that. Whoa. I'm so amazing, Lil Dragon, and I can actually do something that even God Bai Yi can't do, he. This girl's brain was obviously different from others. However, Lil Dragon did not appear in the game as a pet because she was not on the pet ranking list, and the frying pan was not on the equipment ranking list either. They are players. Long Mengyi suddenly saw a few players passing by. She took out her frying pan with a swoosh. The little dragon also jumped onto her shoulder as if it was a conditioned reflex. Charge! Long Mengyi said. Charge, the little dragon raised her little claws and shouted. Whoosh! Then, Mengyi rushed toward the players with Lil Dragon. What is she doing? Lu Yufan asked Chu Bai in confusion. After that, the frying pan hit a player's head. The crisp sound even had some echoes. Chu Bai was speechless. Lu Yufan was speechless. I guess it's her occupational habit, Chu Bai said. Swoosh. The sound of the frying pan hitting the players' heads could be heard continuously. Show us mercy, heroine. The three players were all beaten to a critical state by Long Mengyi. Heroine, I can't resurrect. Please spare my life. Long Mengyi stood in front of them with a frying pan in her hands and her arms crossed. The little dragon stood on her shoulder and did the same. Hand over all your equipment and gold coins. Lil Dragon nodded repeatedly. Yes. Hand them all over. The players swallowed their saliva and then removed all their equipment. Lil Dragon then sniffed. Master, he still has more, Lil Dragon pointed at one of the players and said. Whoosh. Long Mengyi raised her frying pan. I'll give it up. Let's go, he said after giving away everything. The three players ran away. As soon as they ran away, Long Mengyi's big eyes looked as if they had turned into gold coins. I'm rich. Gold equipment. Wah! She immediately pounced on the equipment. Master, are we going to eat a lot of good food? The little dragon wagged her tail and asked happily. Yes. Then, they ran over. Lil Dragon jumped onto Lil Schwer's shoulder. Lil Schwer, if you say that Lil Dragon is prettier than you, Lil Dragon will ask Master to give you delicious food, Lil Dragon said arrogantly. No need. Master will give it to Lil Schwer. Lil Schwer then went to Chu Bai's side and tugged at the corner of his clothes. She was so cute. Here, have some chewing gum, Lil Dragon said immediately. Chewing gum. What's that? Lil Schwer blinked her big eyes in confusion. Seeing that Lil Schwer did not understand, Lil Dragon immediately acted like an adult and said, "It's very, very sweet and delicious. You can blow bubbles with it. While swallowing it, you'll feel very content." "Ha! You swallow it. You can't swallow chewing gum," Lu Yufan quickly reminded. Long Mengyi, who had been counting the battle's yields, suddenly raised her head. "Ha! Can't you swallow gum?" Chu Bai was speechless. Lu Yufan was speechless too. Chapter 89. 89 The inside of the 9-story Demon Tower. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 89 The inside of the 9-story Demon Tower. On the way, Lu Yufan used 10 minutes to explain to them why chewing gum could not be swallowed. Although it was not too harmful to swallow, this kind of candy should be spat out after chewing it. Then, she was greeted with countless questions. But chewing gum is also candy. If you can swallow candy, why can't you swallow chewing gum? Isn't chewing gum meant for eating? Why can't you swallow the food? What's the use of chewing gum if it can't be swallowed? Is it just to blow bubbles? Lu Yufan had no choice but to turn to Chu Bai for help when she heard these serious questions. "I don't know. I don't eat gum. I've never eaten it before." Chu Bai immediately changed the topic. The time for Lil Schwer's spirit transformation was over. She turned into a cute little fox and lay on Chu Bai's shoulder. Lil Dragon lay on Long Mengyi's shoulder. These two little pets kept competing in everything. "Uncle Bai Yi, where are we going? What mission is it? I'm so hungry. I still have to bring Lil Dragon offline to eat hot pot," Long Mengyi said while touching her belly. Chu Bai raised his head and looked ahead. "Here, we're here." Lu Yufan and Long Mengyi also looked up. "There's actually a tower here." Lu Yufan then took out her inferno staff. This tower was not easy to find. It was hidden in the mountains and could not be seen from the outside. One could only find it after passing through the mountains. Moreover, this mountain range was very difficult to traverse. In addition, demonic energy surrounded the area. Hence, practically no players would come here. It looked so scary and sinister. Long Mengyi shrank her head. "Master, don't be afraid. Lil Dragon will protect you." Lil Dragon then stuck close to Long Mengyi. He, ah. The sudden caw of a few crows made Lil Dragon scream. Lu Yufan looked at them. Usually, she was the childlike one. She did not expect that there was someone who was more childlike than her. Chu Bai walked to the front of the 9-story Demon Tower. There was a blue light wave that looked like a portal. Chu Bai reached out and touched it. Ding! You need to form a team of 3 to enter the 9-story Demon Tower. Let's form a team. Then, the 3 of them formed a team. Chu Bai immediately used one of the fixed point teleportation talismans. Ding! You've created an apex teleportation formation. Let's go, he said. Then, Chu Bai entered it easily. Ding! You've entered the 9-story Demon Tower. With a flash of light, the 3 of them appeared inside the 9-story Demon Tower. The interior was definitely bigger than they had imagined. In the pitch-black environment, the only light was a candle flame. They did not know why it had not been extinguished even after so many years. The candlelight swayed in the wind, adding to the terrifying atmosphere. It was even more terrifying when their shadows were cast on the wall. It's so scary. Lil Dragon shrank into Long Mengyi's arms. Master, I only know how to rob. I don't know how to fight these scary monsters. Long Mengyi patted her gently and said, It's okay, don't be afraid. I'm here with you. Thank you, Master. You're the best. What I mean is, I'm here to accompany you in your fear, Long Mengyan said. Chu Bai was speechless. This seems to be the 6th floor. Have all the monsters on the first 5 floors run away? Chu Bai looked at the wall. There was the number 6 written in blood on one of the spots. Chu Bai wielded the god-slaying calamity, Long Mengyi held the frying pan with both hands, and Lu Yufan held the inferno staff with both hands. Huh, what's that? Lu Yufan suddenly saw the shadow of a terrifying monster on the wall in front of them. The shadow was right next to Long Mengyi. Chu Bai's eyes narrowed. I'll kill you. Long Mengyi immediately turned around and smacked the frying pan behind her. Clash. The crisp sound echoed, and it was particularly loud in this enclosed space. 639. A huge damage value appeared above the monster's head. The frying pan knocked on the head effect doubled the damage. The louder the sound, the higher the damage. Chu Bai and Lu Yufan turned around instantly. Behind them, there were several huge, pitch-black mantis-like monsters with blood-red eyes and drooling mouths. They were staring at them with their 2 sharp, knife-like claws. Farther away, in an even darker place, they could not see the appearance of the monsters clearly, but there were dozens of pairs of blood-red eyes staring at them. This scene was quite terrifying. Demonized flying mantis, grade Silver. Level HP 8000. A type of demonized monster. It's very fast and can fly for a short distance. Its attack power is extremely strong, and its claws are as hard as blades. Skills, random slash. Fly toward an enemy and slash at the target at a frequency of more than 10 times per second, dealing damage with each slash. Cooldown time. 10 seconds. Demonic spirit eyes. Lasts for 30 seconds. If you look into its eyes, you'll be stunned for 1 second. Cooldown time. 3 minutes. Death embrace. Charges toward a target at extreme speed and clamps the target with its claws. Damage increases every 0.5 seconds. Can be clamped for a maximum of 3 seconds. Cooldown time. 5 minutes. So many level 20 silver. Grade monsters. Lu Yufan's little face showed fear. She had been playing games for so many years, but she had never faced so many monsters with so few people in the early stages of a game. She was only at level 10. It's fine. You two stick together. After Chu Bai finished speaking, he charged toward the many monsters. Triple flame slash. Swoosh. 680, 1, 360, 1, 360. Ding. You've triggered the 200% damage effect of Divine Slaughter. So fierce. The 2 girls watched as Chu Bai charged in, their mouths slightly agape. A dozen demonized flying mantises surrounded Chu Bai. Be careful. Lu Yufan was a little scared just by looking at this scene. A demonized flying mantis used its random slash skill on Chu Bai. 19, 19, 19, 18. Chu Bai lost 10 times of damage within a second, but the total amount of health he lost was just 200 points. It could not be helped. Chu Bai's equipment was too advanced. This kind of monster that was not even considered a silver. Grade boss could not cause too much damage to Chu Bai. So fierce. Lu Yufan's mouth was slightly agape. I can't take it anymore. I have to join the fight. Long Mengyi could not bear it anymore. She rushed in with the frying pan. Random shoot. Bang, bang, bang. Chu Bai's ears were filled with the sound of people getting knocked on their heads. Lil Dragon is also joining the fight. The little dragon opened its mouth and spat out a blue dragon's breath. Elven water gun. Lu Yufan also came back to her senses and began to release her skills. Water prison. Several enchanted flying mantises were under her control. Lil Shuer was next to Lu Yufan, healing them at any time. Fan, do you have any skills with a large area of effect? It's fine if the cooldown is long. Help me clear the monster's health bar, Chu Bai called out. I do. Lu Yufan then clenched her staff. Surging wave. A tsunami-like skill appeared and surged forward. 1961. As a mage, the damage over time was limited, but the skill damage was definitely the highest among all classes. A large number of monsters had lost a quarter of their health. Blade Waltz. Chu Bai aimed at the dozen of them and started to kill them when they reached the killing line. He's so cool. Lu Yufan's mouth was slightly agape. At this moment, a group of demonized flying mantises bypassed Chu Bai and Longmengyi and rushed toward Lu Yufan. Chapter 90. 90 Everyone is not simple. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 90 Everyone is not simple. Facing the 5 demonized flying mantises, Lu Yufan somehow did not seem to be so afraid anymore. Perhaps it was because Chu Bai was here. Woo-woo, Lil Shuer cried out and released Holy Light Shining Strike. A beam of light shot out and charged toward one of the mantises. 7-2-19. The remaining 4 were headed straight for Lu Yufan. I'm not afraid of you. Triple water bubble. The 3 water bubbles trapped the 3 enchanted flying mantises in place. Water light bullet. 0.690, 0.679, 0.688. One had already rushed over and used random slash on Lu Yufan. 0.201, 0.200, 0.200. However, Lu Yufan had a shield that could block 1000 damage. The shield was broken. Boom. There was an explosion. 10,000. The 10,000 fixed damage instantly emptied the health bars of the 4 monsters beside. Chu Bai let Lu Yufan be because he knew some of Lu Yufan's abilities. Besides, Lil Shuer and Lil Dragon were by her side. As long as they were not attacked by a large group of people, it would not be a big problem. A few more mantises flew over. Lu Yufan gripped her inferno staff nervously. However, her eyes met the eyes of the demonized flying mantises. Ding! You've been stunned. Lil Shuer was also stunned on the spot. Lil Dragon was naturally the same, and Longmengyi was also stunned. It could not be helped. There were too many mantises, and most of them had released the skill demonic spirit eyes. If they accidentally glanced at them, they might meet their eyes. Chu Bai killed 8 of them in a row and then took a look at the situation. While Longmengyi was being surrounded and beaten up, Lu Yufan, Lil Shuer, and Lil Dragon were also being surrounded and beaten up. However, there were not many mantises on their side. 1 second passed in an instant, and the control was removed. However, Lu Yufan had been hit by a monster's death embrace skill. Chu Bai rushed toward Longmengyi. Triple flame slash. Swoosh. Longmengyi recovered, and her health bar was left at 1.3. Thank you, Uncle Bai Yi, Longmengyi said gratefully. Lil Shuer, Light of the Holy Spirit, Chu Bai called out. Lil Shuer released her Light of the Holy Spirit. Ding! You're immune to all negative effects, and you recover 10% of your maximum health points every second. Then, Lil Shuer used Heavenly Healing. The health bars of the few of them were almost full in an instant. 1011. Lu Yufan's health bar was instantly reduced by half because she was hit by Death Embrace for 2 seconds. She immediately pulled back. Water Roar. She conjured a water dragon and sent the demonized flying mantis flying. You dare to hit me? I'll kill you in seconds. Lu Yufan snorted, then conjured 3 more water bubbles to control the monster. 10 consecutive water bullets. Bang, bang, bang. 1,000, 0.1,001, 0.1003. With one skill, 10 water bullets instantly killed the enchanted flying mantises. It was impossible for a water mage to have such damage, but Lu Yufan had a hidden class and a gold weapon. She had many skills, so the damage was naturally not low. Moreover, she could cast it instantly. If it were any other mage, their chanting would have been interrupted by the attack. The most important thing was that she could control a single unit to ensure that her damage skills would definitely hit. However, until now, most of her skills were on cooldown, and only a few were not because of her talent, aerial skill. This was what a mage was like. They dealt high damage, but their skills were awkward when they were empty. Don't underestimate Lil Dragon. Lil Dragon pouted. Roar. The next moment, a dragon's roar was heard. Then, dozens of blue lightning bolts struck down. 1091. So you're of the lightning attribute. Lu Yufan was stunned. She had always thought that she was of the water attribute. Swoosh. Long Mengyi kept knocking the mantises on their heads. In a short time, they cleared all the mantises. Lil Shuer, heal. Lil Shuer used heavenly healing to fill up everyone's health bars. How cool. Lu Yufan, Long Mengyi, and the others were all stunned. This amount of healing and cooldown, were they not too awesome? Thank you, Lil Shuer. Lil Dragon will admit that I'm only a little more beautiful and cuter than you. Lil Dragon said, wagging her tail. Woo, Lil Shuer cried out unhappily, leaving Lil Dragon with the sight of her back view. Good job, Chu Bai looked at them and said. Lu Yufan and Lil Dragon directly increased the AoE damage to the maximum. Long Mengyi's class was also. However, she could hold a frying pan and act similarly to a swordsman. The frying pan was invincible. As long as she was not controlled, in a sense, she could take hits better than Chu Bai because her defense was not low either. Lil Shuer's healing and crowd control were at their peak. It had to be said that this combination was quite fierce. He, I've reached level 11. That's fast. Lu Yufan smiled happily. Yeah, I'm also level 15. Lil Dragon too. I'm happy, Long Mengyi said with a smile. Lil Dragon is also happy. Lil Dragon jumped into Long Mengyi's arms. Sure enough, it was great to follow a big boss. I can use today to level up, Chu Bai said. Yes. Lu Yufan nodded. Chu Bai then looked at Long Mengyi and said, you don't have to rush with me. There are many monsters, and only Fan is behind us. Lil Dragon and Lil Shuer are not too close to us. As long as we protect them, we won't lack AoE damage. You don't have to be afraid of dying. With Lil Shuer around, I'll take the front. I understand, Uncle Baiyi. Long Mengyi nodded vigorously. Uncle Baiyi, what? Chu Bai looked at Long Mengyi. Can we pick up the equipment now? Long Mengyi smiled at Chu Bai. Let's pick it up. Wahahaha. Lil Dragon, charge. Long Mengyi's big eyes sparkled with greed. Charge. So many. Whoa. This drop rate was too ridiculous. Why is there so much silver equipment? All of them were dropped. Wah. Lu Yufan also looked at Chu Bai. Yeah, why is the drop rate so high? My luck is at the max, Chu Bai said. Chu Bai was the team leader, so everyone's drop rate was based on Chu Bai's luck. Whoa. In a short 10 seconds, they had picked up dozens of silver equipment, dozens of bronze equipment, and countless copper coins and medicine bottles. After the battle, we'll split the equipment, Chu Bai said. Long Mengyi nodded vigorously. With this drop rate, she would be rich even if she split the loot equally among 3 people. Let's go to the next floor. Then, they walked forward and went up the narrow stairs. There was a thick black fog in front of them. Perhaps it was demonic chi. It should be the demonic chi that was blocking the monsters from going up and down. They passed through the black mist and climbed the stairs to the 7th floor. This level was not much different from the 6th level. However, the moment they entered, they saw many monsters lying on the ground. Perhaps they had sensed the movement as the monsters raised their heads. Many pairs of red eyes were staring at them, looking extremely terrifying. Roar! The largest monster in the distance stood up and roared. Then, all the monsters stood up.